A 90% chance for showers today, high 85. 40% chance for rain tonight, low 68. For tomorrow, a 50% chance for showers, high 85. Partly sunny, 88 on Friday. For Saturday, partly cloudy, high 85. And for Sunday, scattered showers with a high of 80. Overnight low was 60. Yesterday's high was 75. 1.72 inches of rain yesterday and overnight here at the WFIW studios. Currently, humidity is at 98%, winds out of the south-southeast at 6 miles an hour, and the pressure at 29.89. Rain again falling in Fairfield. We've got 62 currently at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
All right, welcome back.
Yes, it is. It is hump day. Wednesday, KO Wednesday. Ken Odie here this morning. Good morning,
Morning,
Ken.
everyone.
How are you?
Never better. Thanks for asking.
Are you soaked?
I'll tell you. You know, it's past being funny. I mean,
Yeah.
I worry about my grandson and I have some yards that we mow, so I can make him money. Mm-hmm. And I worry about that.
You get a machete?
I don't have 2,000 acres waiting out there to be planted in
No.
corn
Yeah.
and soybeans.
Mm-hmm.
So
I went and bought some luggage last night.
You did?
Yeah. And used it this morning to row in.
Not bad. Well,
There was a lot of water standing this morning when I came in.
I
and
thought
the
it was-
ground can't soak up anymore.
I thought it was
Yeah.
rather amazing. Give the Weather Service credit. They said the line was going to be right there on the Jefferson-Wayne County line, and it didn't get beyond Bluford. As far as the bad weather, we got the rain, but I mean in the bad weather. There was some bad weather over
There
on
was
the
some
other side
pretty
of the
good
state.
wind.
Yeah.
I know last night they were, someone was telling me that they were trying to get Wren Lake, the camping areas, evacuated.
Really?
Because, I mean, I can't
Yeah,
think,
I
I can't
would've
think
got
of
there in
many
a
places
tent.
worse than a camping trailer.
I'm sure that,
With all that
canvas
bearing
will
down
save
on
me.
you.
Yeah. Well, I actually
the
watched
only
it.
thing that I found worst, I went to Detroit a few years ago, Old Tiger Stadium, and up come a tornado warning in the middle of the game.
That thing could have collapsed on
So
me.
they moved everybody underneath the bleachers, and I'm going, yeah, I don't know that I want to be.
It's okay. They could.
I just as soon take my chances sitting in the bleachers.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can get a crane there soon enough. Watched the entire Blues game last night.
Did you?
Yeah. You know, I was
They've looked good the last 3 games.
I was 10 years old when Jack Buck announced the first Blues game, and I would have listened to Jack Buck doing badminton. I remember how excited I was that they had a new professional team, and then they sort of became and no disrespect to my good friends who are Cub fans, but the Blues sort of became the Cubs of the NHL in that we always were talking about next year. And so I was really thrilled to see them win, actually. And the town, I think, really needed that boost,
Oh, yeah.
quite honestly.
Agree.
So I've been working on trying to learn my lines for the cemetery tour this weekend. That's not going well. You put on, the great provocateur put on an interesting post. Did you get any interesting? He said, I'm talking about Ken Odie here, our friend and our regular guest on Wednesday, put on something about the new movie Aladdin coming out. And if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Did you get anything interesting?
The one thing, obviously, is cure for cancer.
Sure.
I mean, that pets could live forever and that animal cruelty would stop and childhood cruelty and
Probably the number
child
one.
abuse.
Probably the number one answer you got, I'm guessing, is money.
Believe
Or
it or
was
not,
it?
it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, I think a couple of people asked for money, but you know, which speaks volumes for them. I mean, thinking of others before yourself, but
Well, I mean,
the disease and things like that
Yeah.
were far
first
and
and
away.
foremost.
I got to ask of you guys, too. I keep hearing this. Have either one of you watched one episode of Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think I've even watched a trailer. for Game of Thrones.
I couldn't tell you anything about it.
My kids, I have 3 sons, and they just continually wanted me to get involved to see this, and I know what would happen. I mean, I would be 15 minutes into this, and there would be full frontal nudity, and my wife would have said, "What's that garbage on the TV?" And that would have been it. They
Yeah.
would have never gone any further than that.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'd have got at home.
What's
It
that?
would have been the same thing. What? Turn
Yeah,
that garbage off.
Where we gonna-
Let's watch Lottery Dream Home.
Yes.
I've got every episode taped
Oh my.
or DVR'd.
Well, and one other thing. So, I mean, what's your chances of doing? We got all these ball games to do. What's the chances? What do you think?
Oh man, I'm tell you what, I don't know. I do not. Rain holds off. I'd say 50-50
Yep.
or 40-60.
Sun comes out,
Got
wind
softball.
blows, but I don't think.
Yeah, I
don't
you're-
think either's supposed to happen.
I think sun comes out, wind blows, and I think you got to have 80, 85 degree temps, and I think you got to have them in the next 10 or 15 minutes
I
to get
think it's
things dried out.
not
As
gonna
humid as it is, Mark, I don't
just
see
don't know.
any way.
I just don't know. But
Well-
we have no official word yet,
Nope,
so
no,
the
and-
games are still on.
And this is the place to listen to and watch our website. We'll
Right.
put it up as soon as we can. I've got in my hands the bucket of bunk.
All right.
B.O.B.
T. Boone Pickens.
From the, who did you say?
T.
Boone Pickens.
Pickens.
Okay.
Yes. Did I say something else?
No.
T. Boone Pickens. He's 91 today.
Got some. He's got a
Poor
little bit of
guy.
money.
He does, but he's given a lot of it away. He's worth about $500 million. So he's a pauper in terms of he's an oil tycoon, capitalist, net worth $500 million. He's given over $1 billion to Oklahoma State University.
Wow.
$1 billion. I mean,
Good
There's-
for him.
There's Pickens Stadium.
yeah.
There's Pickens Court. There's Pickens Library.
There's this.
There's the Pickens Co-ed dorm.
Pickens School of Geology, named after him.
Is he related to Slim Pickens?
No, no, he's not. T. Boone is not related to Slim. Slim is a pseudonym. But anyway, I digress. He has here's most recently one of the more interesting stories. He sent a crew to Holdenville, Oklahoma, to his former grandmother's house. Okay, I mean, grandma's gone because T. Boone's 91. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there was a slab of concrete in front of her house that he had etched his name in
Oh yeah.
when
you-
he was a
you
kid.
draw your name. Yeah.
Yeah. So he sent a crew, didn't tell the people that owned the house, and had them extract that slab of concrete. So that when they came home, half their driveway was gone.
He didn't even have him repave the driveway. Oh man.
Well, the judge ruled against him, by the way.
Well,
I
yeah.
would think so.
Yeah, he had to return the slab.
Return. Really?
Yes, yes.
Not just replace the-
No, he had to return the slab. T. Boone's been around. He's got 5 wives. He's had 5 wives, not all at the same time. 5 kids, 1 kid per wife. So T. Boone Pickens, 91 today. Richard Benjamin, you remember that name?
A good actor.
Yeah.
He's
Good
81 today. Isn't that amazing how these people, just age poof, just like that? He's 81. He's married to, you remember, Paula
Paul
Prentice.
Apprentice. They were in a show together.
Yes, they were. They were in a TV show together, and I forget the name of it. But she was.
Soap?
Pardon?
He was in Soap, wasn't he?
I don't think
Richard
so.
Benjamin, was he in Soap?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He was. Some of them more. No, they've got 2 kids, by the way. They were married in 1961. They're still married.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen in
He
Hollywood.
and she. Is that the name of it?
I think you might be right.
Okay.
Both their kids are actors as well.
Okay.
He was in City Heat in 1984, The Money Pit in 1986, Made in America in 1993. Richard Benjamin, 81 today. Paul Winfield.
He's a pretty good actor too.
Well, he's not with us anymore. He died in 2004 at the age of 84. He portrayed Martin Luther King in a 1978 miniseries that was really
okay.
well received. He was in The Terminator, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Star Trek The Next Generation. He long battled obesity as well as diabetes and died in 2004. Bertie Taupin, 69 today.
Great songwriter.
English lyricist. I mean, if there wasn't Bernie Taupin, we wouldn't be seeing a movie about Elton John.
No.
Elton John showed up at Liberty Records, said, I have tunes, but I need lyrics. They handed him envelopes of people that have applied to be lyricists. One of them was Bertie Taupin. The partnership was made 30 albums together. Just think about how much money he's taken away from this partnership. And he's not done anything but he's written some unbelievable songs. He's the guy that penned Rocket Man, Crocodile Rock, Tiny Dancer, Candle in the Wind, Benny and the Jets. All of the signature Elton John songs were written by Bertie Taupin.
Does that movie come out this week? Rocket Man?
It's
This week or next week?
I think
It's not-
next week.
Yeah, 'cause
after,
it's not-
after Memorial Day.
I think that one could go to the top.
I believe I'll go watch it.
I think I will too.
Anyway, Taupin's been married 4 times, 2 kids. He moved from England. He bought a ranch. I'm sure it was a substantial ranch north of L.A., and that's where he lives today.
Is he growing avocados?
No,
Okay.
probably agave.
Okay.
Anyway, Naomi Campbell, supermodel, 49 today. She'll always be 49. I don't think she'll get older than that.
And she'll always be best known for beating the crap out of her boyfriend.
She has done that before. She's had a little bit of a blow problem, a little bit of a cocaine problem, 5-year issue.
Led to some anger issues.
Yeah, she never met her father. She claims that Quincy Jones is her adopted father, and Nelson Mandela refers to her as his honorary granddaughter. So she's got some smack when it
Got
comes
some
to
connections.
Yeah.
She's got that going for her.
This day in history, May 22nd, Henry Kennedy received a patent for the first reclining chair in 1841.
Men everywhere are going.
That's right.
Thank you.
This should be a national
Thank you.
holiday.
Thank you.
Henry Kennedy. It's a wonder that they didn't name it after him, but some guy by the name of Lazy Boy got the
Yeah.
got the moniker. 1859, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, was born. In 1868, near Marshfield, Tennessee, the Great Train Robbery took place. The robbery was worth $96,000 in 1868 money in cash, gold, and bonds to the 7 members of the Reno Gang. They were the ones that pulled it off. I don't know how that ended up.
Okay.
1906, the Wright brothers received a patent for their flying machine. 1955, a scheduled dance to be headlined by Fats Domino was canceled by police in Bridgeport, Connecticut because, quote, rock and roll dances might be featured, end of quote.
Oh,
Because
we've opened the gates of hell.
back in the day, rock and roll music was the devil.
That's right.
We might be twisting the night away. They're going to stop that stuff right there at the abdomen. 1955, Jack Benny did his last live network radio broadcast after a run of 23 years. He would continue now on with his TV show after that. 1967, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood premiered on PBS. It was 67.
Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Won't you? 1972, Nixon became the first U.S. president to visit Russia. 1977, Janet Guthrie set the fastest time of the second weekend of qualifying, becoming the first woman to get a starting spot in the Indianapolis 500 since the inception back in 1911.
I think there's only maybe 5 or less women that
Not
have
many.
qualified for the
There's
Indy
one
500.
this year. I think she's in. Don't recall the name.
1985, Pete Rose passed Hank Aaron as National League run-scoring leader with 2,108 runs. 1992, Johnny Carson hosted NBC's Tonight Show for the last time. He had hosted for 30 years. I still think Carson is the king, and I still watch some of his interviews and find
Agree.
him to be
Yep.
interesting. Music history, 1958. This is going to be a shocker. I don't know if you realize this, but Jerry Lee Lewis announced that he had married his 13-year-old cousin, Myra, on this date.
1958.
1958. It was hailed in Arkansas. Let's see here. 2003, the final manuscript of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony was notated by a composer. It was notated by the composer. It was sold at auction for $3.47 million. So look in your attic.
Yeah. So now, wasn't Beethoven deaf? Is that right? Was he deaf?
I think that's right.
Is that right?
Yes, he was. Yes. He used
It's
to
amazing.
compose.
It's amazing.
He used to
that a
compose.
person-
Now he's decomposing.
Yeah.
All right. Here's your question of the day.
Okay.
Pretty interesting, I thought, the results on this. Ken Odie here, of course. KO Wednesday. Question of the day: do you support the governor's push to legalize and tax recreational marijuana? We had 122 votes. We'll come back with the results and talk about it after this time out on Morning Coffee.
At Merrick, we know dogs are in charge. So our dog foods start with deboned meat, poultry, or fish, and Sorry. Coming!
Here's your ducky.
And because real whole foods are better for your dog, each Merrick recipe is packed with whole fruits and vegetables. Excuse me.
You want to go out right now? Okay.
Dogs are in charge. Serve them well. Merrick.
Available at Petco.
This isn't just the sound of an Amazon box. It's the Amazon box that turns your backyard into the neighborhood pool party. And this is the Amazon box that helps your kids go from training wheels to full-on daredevils. And this Amazon box turns you into a barbecue legend. This is the sound of summer in a box. Amazon's got everything you need this summer for your home, garden, and more.
Let's get this holiday weekend started. Carnaby's patriotic Lucky Bird tees are here. The short sleeve design, Let Freedom Ring, God Bless the USA, Love America, priced at $20. Check out Jess and Jane's 3/4 sleeves starting at just $37. Just in time for Memorial Day or be prepared for the July 4th festivities. Ask about the new best way to brighten your jewelry. Free jewelry care with a purchase. The girls will be starting the weekend early by closing at 3 o'clock Saturday through Monday. Thank you to those who have served and have given the ultimate sacrifice. Have a safe holiday weekend.
Big games, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes stories. This is Bill Pollock, your host for the Big Ten Today each weekday here on WFIW. The Big Ten Conference is legendary and we'll keep you updated. From football to basketball and everything in between, the Big Ten Today gives you exclusive access to news from every Big Ten program. Tune in weekdays for the Big Ten Today right here on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, your News Talk connection.
At Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics, your family's care team is close to home. But it's not just about convenience, it's about quality care. From care to acute needs, Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics in Carmine and McLeansboro have you covered. Plus, same-day appointments are available and a Carmine walk-in clinic on Saturdays for those unexpected illnesses. With 7 providers and 9 specialty care clinics, maybe it's time to take another look at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Gemini 8 astronauts Neil Armstrong and David Scott managed the first docking maneuver in orbit, brought a wild spin out under control, and made a bullseye emergency splashdown? Bobby Hull set an NHL scoring record.
The Golden Jet driving it center, in on the Ranger defense. He may pass or shooting, drives for and scores! 51 goals in a single season!
Ben Casey ended a 5-year residence on TV. Ford sold its 1 millionth Mustang. And here's what your car radio is pumping out.
Woman. Some people in my cat named Dog. What a day for a dream. Homeward bound. Here comes your 19th of the great day. Yes, it's so hard of mine. Time won't let me. Ain't nobody but you. I fought the law and the law.
Have we stumped you? Well, the answer and a chunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Marty March 1966. The brave men of the Green Beret.
Staff Sergeant Barry Sadler and the Ballad of the Green Berets, the top song of March 1966. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
It's the Chrysler Pacifica Blockbuster Sales Event at Lamont Chrysler in Fairfield. Now through May 31st, get in on amazing offers on the new 19 Chrysler Pacifica. Qualified buyers can take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months, for 3.9% for 72 months, and $3,500 in rebates. It's not either or, you get both, plus a van load of Le Mans savings. Make that summer vacation or road trip more enjoyable in a new Pacifica from Lamont Chrysler, 412 East Main in Fairfield, and LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Friday and Saturday only at Ubinger's Furniture Company. It's our Memorial Weekend sale. We've marked down items throughout the store, some as much as 50% off. Plus, this year, we're excited to have our cash machine back. With every purchase on these Tuesdays, earn time in Ubinger's cash machine. See how much money you can grab. 2 days only from 9 till 6, Saturday from 9 till 1. We'll close then and be closed Monday for the holiday. So come shop and enjoy time in our cash machine, only at Ubinger's Furniture Company, where the deals are worth the drive. Highway 50 East, Flora.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. Time for that question of the day.
The question of the day was, we're trying not to be provocative on the show about nothing, but it looks like the governor's going to get his way. Now, there's pushback on his proposal to legalize and tax recreational marijuana. But as you would guess, in Wayne County, this is a pretty interesting vote. 73 people are for the support of legalizing marijuana, only 49 against. 122 votes.
I just think we need to kind of take a step back and look at it a little closer. Illinois Sheriff's Association, Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police have both come out strongly against it. I mean,
well, I thought it was pretty interesting when the law even gave you the right to put like 10 plants out with your maters.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Go on out there, honey. Listen, get me a big ripe one, and I need a fat boy as well. That's
it's. Whew. But I think it needs some further study.
Let's have a
further review.
Well, I think
BLWT for lunch today.
What do they have? What is today? This is the
bacon,
22nd.
lettuce, tomato, and weed.
You got 8 days to put together the budget, the tax. You saw the gas prices go up, right?
Gas prices went up this morning.
Yeah, they'll go up again before Monday.
Yep.
And if that tax comes through, they're really going up.
Oh yeah.
You throw that tax on, you're over $3 a gallon in Illinois. Don't think there's going to be some bleed into Indiana to be able to get your
the bottom line is, what was it? It was the lottery was going to save us.
Oh yeah.
Gambling was going to save us. Legalized gambling.
Mm-hmm. Now weed's going to save us.
Now weed's going to save us.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if they've got extra dough, guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend it.
They're going to buy some munchies.
They're not going to pay off debt.
They're going to buy some munchies, man, after they...
But you hear the senator this morning, Dale Ryder, said, all of a sudden now we've got $1.5 billion we didn't know. I called the revenue department and said, what'd you do, find that underneath the car seat or something like that? That they had to admit that the budget cuts done by the president had resulted in a plus $1.5 billion. Mm-hmm. But they're still down. They haven't paid billions
people are
of dollars
complaining
of bills.
because they didn't get a big refund like they usually did in the past.
Yeah. It's going somewhere else.
You're actually getting it during the year. I always called that a redneck savings account.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell when the refunds start coming back. You see the TV sales. See them walking out of Walmart with a TV the size of their car.
Yeah. Every time I go, Walmart, Best Buy, some places, and I see those huge TVs, I mean, it's all you can do to pull me away because I want to buy one.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's like, I'm drooling at the screen going,
I've got a 55-inch that I spent probably twice as much as what some of those are that are, 70 now?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Hey, speaking of Walmart, I'm on a little comment here. My daughter-in-law left her purse in a shopping cart out there last week.
And nobody found it?
Some person got it, took it to the service desk, and turned it in. And she had a substantial amount of cash in there and all of her, driver's license.
Very
so
well
there
done.
are still some good people out there.
Let me ask
Good
you
deal.
one. Here's one I want your opinion on. Because I struggle with this. I know you and I we all have a faith, okay? And I was dogged by this. I was out there. I had to go out there and get something. I only go honestly out there when I can't buy it at another store in town. Quite honestly, and I went out and bought something. There was a van out front with a complete family and a sign that said, we're stranded here. Please give us money. And it was a really well written sign.
Mm-hmm.
I got a call from somebody that said you really need to go out there and find out more about this. People were stopping and handing them money. The story that I got was that they were up from the southern border, and that they were destitute, and that they needed money to go on. Now, to where, I don't know. Don't know if they were. I don't know if they were citizens or not. I don't know any of that stuff. But I'm always conflicted to whether or not to give to somebody. I mean, I probably should just say, okay, fine, I can afford to give somebody $10. I should. My best interests are that I can live with myself in those regards. I just always feel like I'm on the verge of a scam.
Look at their shoes.
Look at their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, explain that.
About it. If you're wearing nice, brand new shoes, would you not go to the CDC or Clothes and buy some shoes, as opposed to buying a $75 or $80 pair of brand new shoes?
That's a pretty interesting philosophy.
I always look at their shoes.
Okay, so are you
they've got brand new shoes on?
Same people were